Hi children, welcome to grade 5 science. We are discussing about the chapter 10 from cards to spacecrafts. We had discussed about the history of transports, right? So initially the man used his leg to move from one place to another place. As it was very difficult, he started to invent some vehicles used for transportation purposes. So first he invented sledge, and then under the sledge he used to fix a wheel so he can able to move faster. Then he invented a raft to travel in a water, and then later on time went on, some inventions and new vehicles have came into existence in our day-to-day life. So let's see about that, right? So first thing, development in road transport. Initially steam engines were used in train to travel for a long distance. James Watt invented this steam engine. It burns water. It runs on steam, right? So with the help of wood or charcoal, the water will burn and that produce steam. That steam that will drives the wheel. Okay, in such a way the steam engine has been designed. Later, the steam engine will be replaced with diesel engine. And similarly, this is the first car that was invented by Carl Friedrich Benz from Germany in the year 1886. It is the first car which is named as motor wagon. It has 3 wheels and it works on gasoline engine. It is the stepping stone for today's automobiles, right? And then we discussed about development in water transport. As similar to road transport, the boat uses first the ships uses steam engines to operate them. Later, these steam engines were replaced with diesel engines, and the first submarine was built in the year 1620 by Cornelius Drebbel, and it was used for military purposes, right? So now we are going to discuss about development in air transport. The air transport, initially it was started with hot air balloon in the year 1783, right? Then later on, Wright Brothers invented the flight with the help of birds, with the knowledge of how the birds fly in sky, right? So Wright brothers, in sense, Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright. These were the Wright brothers who first designed the plane in the year 1903. They built gliders and invent the first plane with motor, which carries a pilot too. That is, only one pilot can able to travel in that aeroplane. Later on, with some modifications, our existing aeroplane came. Then space shuttle. Space shuttle is nothing but it is a spaceship that carries space stations, that carries some spacecrafts and are also human to the spaces, right? The first spacecraft launched was Sputnik 1. And the first man to travel to space was Yuri Gagarin. But the first man to land his leg on the moon surfaces, that is Neil Armstrong. Okay, so these are some space shuttles, that is the transport used to move to the space. Okay, and the upcoming landmark is space tourism, that is the government and all other government in the world has been trying to pick the people to the space as a tourist, that is normal people other than scientists, right? So this is about development in air transport, right? So what are the things we had discussed in air transport? That is hot air balloon, then aeroplane, and finally spacecraft. Okay, and comparing the transport development and environment, as there is enormous development in transportation, the engines also being developed. So the fuels used to function these engine might be diesel or petrol, which causes air pollution to our surroundings. It also causes noise pollution, right? And as a result of these, some CNG buses and cars are used for the replacement of these engines in order to avoid the air pollution, right? So this is about the chapter 10, from cars to spacecrafts. And now your homework will be how to complete the practice on 3 in your content book, and the questions 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12 in your content book workbook. Okay, finish your work and upload it in Google Classroom app without fail. We can meet with still more interesting topics in further session. Till then, stay safe, stay connected. Bye.